English Easy Podcast 2025.
Studio Microphone, welcome back to Speak Smart, the podcast that helps you sharpen your English and communicate with clarity and confidence. I'm Liam, and joining me as always is my brilliant co-host, Sophie. How's it going, Sophie? Hey, Liam. I'm doing great, but today it reminded me how tough quick thinking can be. Oh, really? What happened? Well, I was chatting with someone from my team, and they asked me a basic question, one I definitely knew the answer to, but my brain just paused. I know that feeling too well. That blank mind moment is the worst. Exactly. I stood there awkwardly, stumbled a bit, and before I could form a proper answer, the conversation had already moved on. I kept thinking of all the clever things I could have said afterward. You're not alone there. It happens to so many of us, even more so when we're speaking in a second language. Right, which is why today's episode is so helpful. We're diving into practical strategies to help you think faster and speak smarter, especially in English. That's right, we'll explore what slows us down, why quick thinking matters, and most importantly, how to train your brain to be faster, clearer, and more confident when speaking. Also, stay tuned for Natalie's Word Corner later in the episode. She'll walk us through some useful intermediate phrases we use today and show you how to use them naturally in conversation. But first, let's begin with classic scenario. Imagine you're at a job interview. The interviewer suddenly asks, "Can you share a challenge you've overcome?" You have a story, but you freeze, you stammer, try to recall details, and end up giving a half-baked answer. That hesitation can make you seem less prepared or confident, even if you're totally qualified. Exactly. And it's not just about how others see you. Quick responses help you feel more confident too. Research, like the kind from Cambridge Communication Studies, shows that fast responders are often perceived as more competent and persuasive. But don't confuse thinking fast with speaking fast. That's a major misconception. Clarity always beats speed. True. Think of speaking like taking a road trip. You don't have to drive fast. You just need to know the route. A clear, structured sentence will get you further than a rushed jumble of words. Let's talk about what holds us back from responding quickly. 1. Overthinking, like writing and rewriting a text before hitting send. Only you're doing it in real time. 2. Fear of mistakes, especially for language learners. That fear makes people hesitate. 3. Mental blocks, like being asked, "What's your favorite food?" and suddenly forgetting every food ever. 4. Language processing delay, especially common if English isn't your native language. The good news? You can overcome all of those. Let's walk through some practical brain training strategies. Brain strategy 1. Stay calm under pressure. When you're anxious, your brain panics. You go into fight or flight mode and your thoughts vanish. So what can you do? Breathe. Literally. A deep breath resets your brain. Sophie, didn't you have a story about this? Yes. I once blanked during a presentation. My heart was racing and I forgot my entire intro. I paused, breathed, reminded myself I was in danger, and slowly found my rhythm. That's a great takeaway. Calm mind, better words. Chess pawn strategy 2. Anticipate responses. This is about preparation. Think of conversations like chess. Great players think a few moves ahead. For example, if you're going to a cafe, you already know they'll ask, "What would you like?" That's why you don't panic. Apply that same logic to interviews, meetings, or even first dates. Anticipate questions and prep a few go-to answers in advance. Hourglass not done strategy 3. Use time fillers. If someone asks you a question and you need a second, use a natural pause phrase, like, "That's a great question. Let me think about that. Well, it depends." These give your brain a moment to catch up and keep the conversation flowing. I use these all the time when I forget names. I'll say something like, "Hey, you were at the workshop last week, right?" While scanning my memory. Smart move. Counterclockwise arrows button strategy 4. Paraphrase the question. This trick gives you a few extra seconds and makes you sound thoughtful. If someone asks, "What's your take on the project?" you can say, "Oh, the new project? I think it's an exciting opportunity. Boom! You bought yourself time and shown you're engaged. Straight ruler strategy 5. Think in simple structures. Overcomplicating your response causes more mental strain. Keep your sentence clear. I believe this because my opinion is you don't have to sound like a professor. Simple, clean ideas are the goal. Headphone strategy 6. Practice active listening. Quick thinking isn't about speaking nonstop. It's about truly listening. When you pay attention to tone and context, your brain processes faster. It's like watching a movie with subtitles. Easier to follow the plot. Exactly. Responding gets easier when you build your reply on what was already said. Performing art strategy 7. Practice improvisation. Improv sharpens your instincts. Try word association asterisk asterisk, e.g., I say dog, you say bone. 30-second stories from random prompts. These games train your brain to respond fast without freezing. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Wow! That's a solid toolkit for fast thinking. From breathing and paraphrasing to improv and listening, it's all doable with little effort each day. And now, let's head over to Natalie's Word Corner for some vocabulary power-ups. Books Natalie's Word Corner. Hi everyone. Here are 10 intermediate words and phrases we use today. 1. Thinking on one's feet, responding without preparation. 2. Perceive, to notice or become aware. 3. Spontaneous, doing something on the spot. 4. Buying time, delaying response to think. 5. Mental block, freezing and forgetting. 6. Overthinking, thinking too much. 7. Anticipate, to expect or plan ahead. 8. Misconception, a wrong idea or belief. 9. Hesitation, pausing due to uncertainty. 10. Improvisation, speaking or acting without prep. Try using a few in your next English conversation. It'll boost your fluency and confidence. Thanks, Natalie. That was fantastic. Remember, fast thinking isn't about perfection. It's about confidence and practice. So keep showing up, stay curious, and keep speaking. And if you'd like to supercharge your progress, download our free Speak Smart PDF with key tips, questions, and bonus grammar exercises. Headphone, I'm Liam. Headphone, and I'm Sophie. Thanks for joining us. And as always, keep growing, keep learning, and keep speaking smart. See you next time. Thank you watching for video. Like, share, subscribe, go to next video.